For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jared Roser here today with 2024 standout Traville Frederick Jr. of Jeanerette High and also a member of this Tulane recruiting class, commitment class that, Coach Fritz and company have done such a nice job around the state getting some standouts from all over Louisiana on board to continue the progress they have going in uptown New Orleans. We're going to talk some about that college stuff, some about what's ahead this fall for the Jeanerette Tigers, and just some about who Traville Frederick is and what he's been up to. Traville, what's up, man? How's summer been treating you?
Things are going great. Some have been treating me well. I've been putting a lot of hard work, me and the team, coaching them, put their necks out for us. We got to do the same going into the season.
Let's jump right into that, and we'll get back to some of the college stuff, in a few minutes. You told me that there are big expectations for y'all's team this fall. The last go round for you and some other key members of that team, y'all had a nice season last year, had a home playoff game first round, but had that run end a little bit earlier than y'all would have liked. What's been the big storyline for y'all behind the scenes as y'all prepare for this 2023 season? How would you describe the work y'all have been putting in, just the overall vibe and energy around the program?
So, we gonna go back to 2021. I believe it was 2021. Okay, so we went 0-10 that season. The thing about that team, we didn't have any leadership. It was just it was a lot of nonsense and distractions that year. Going into the next season, which was last season, um, everybody who had a real high role and identity on the team, we took it upon ourselves. Okay, we gotta make this change. We gotta we gotta become leaders. We gotta take the leadership role to a whole different level. So we went from 0-10 to 6-5. 6-4, not counting the playoff game. So that was really that really put it on our heads that we can win. We could win. We just got to have the mindset that we can win. Most of the time, it's been happening for a while. We'll go out there, oh, this we gonna lose, but we just gonna have fun. Nah, it's not that no more. Nah, we know we could win. So now is all the fun and games is over with. We gonna still have fun, but in our mind, we know we could win. So we go play our heart out.
What's
And
the what's kind of the spark of that for young guys? In your class, y'all would have been at that point 16 years old, getting ready for junior season. When you
yes,
look
sir.
at what y'all are watching as underclassmen and realizing this isn't what we want to be doing, how at a young point in your development does it start to click and you start to grab more leadership? Take me through that a little bit, just showing some of that maturity and leadership early on to realize this isn't where we want to be, this is where we want to be, and here's how we get everybody on board to get there.
Right. So most of our seniors, how sometimes seniors are, they, you know, authority over upperclassmen over underclassmen. So we really didn't have a say in what we wanted to go on and how we wanted things to happen. But we couldn't really control that either. Still to this day, but we had to motivate everybody to try to do something. So one towards the end of that season, we finally made a group chat. We started talking with some of our teammates, and everybody started to agree like this is not where we want to go on for the next few years at our school because this is not cool. It's not nice. We want to be known for winning, and I'm not going to be losing for the rest of my years before I go to college.
Was y'all's group, a lot of times you hear about groups that played together from the time they were young and kind of grew up together, and then they get to high school and it's a group of guys from park ball, youth ball, whatever, that have big expectations. Is that a group that y'all have? Do you have a lot of guys that y'all have been playing together since young and having a lot of success at younger levels that you were just ready to translate that now to this high school level as well?
Yes, sir. So actually my quarterback, Zion Kula, he's younger than me, about a year or two. But I played Pee Wee ball with him. I played pee wee ball with some of our linemen, and we split schools during middle school time, and then once high school came, we all meshed back together, and it was like we never left. Come back and everybody still got the same aura towards each other, the same attitude.
Avengers moment, everybody coming back together from separate middle schools and ready to do the thing.
Yes, sir. I'd actually got hurt middle school year, and I was out for the rest of the season. I had a ruptured kidney, but going into my ninth grade year, we started getting all the people that was based in like from Jeanerette, they started to come back because we got a new coach Clifford Paul, Coach CC Paul. Um, like that's the main reason him and the coaching staff. That's the main reason I went back, because they know what to do, how to do it in the right way.
So what's it going to look like on Fridays this fall? Folks come down to y'all's place. You guys had that 6-4 regular season last year. Talk about the energy around the team this offseason and trying to build upon it and take that next step when you show up on a Friday night and this program has taken the next step y'all anticipated taking. What's that going to look like, over the course of all these weeks come September, October, and beyond?
You mean the crowd, like towards us in the games, like the community and stuff?
I mean, all of it, man. Just, y'all as a program and y'all's identity and where y'all are as a group of guys competitively, and what that community involvement is going to look like in the stands supporting it.
So we gonna start off with us as a program. Us as a program, we're really looking towards something really special. And we're looking down the road, because our younger kids, our younger classes, man, there's some dogs. And we just building something to get the mindset and the tradition back to where, when they grow up, when they get in the high school years, oh yeah, we winning, we gonna work to keep this thing going. And I mean, that's all we could ask for from them, is just determination, motivation, doing what they need to do. But as far as our games and how the community react towards us, man, it's whenever you got a big crowd in general, it's something different. It's really different. So after our 0-10 season, I mean, who want to watch somebody lose every week? I can understand it. We got the ones that support us every game, even when we win and lose. But man, when you winning, it's something different. I got to experience it last year. When you winning, it's something different. We had, I think, more than 10,000 people, maybe 20,000 at our homecoming last year. Like, it was packed. I'm talking about you could barely move out there.
As a guy that's a big part of that, a big playmaker on this team that's turning things around and building on last season, and a guy that it sounds like has a lot of pride in your school and your hometown and all those things. What does it mean when you see that step forward? You see 0-10 turn to 6-4, turn to whatever you guys accomplish this fall, and you see the stands filling back up and everybody getting involved and being excited. How special is that as a guy representing your home community school, to know that you're a part of getting that energy back in there?
It's real special to see in the flip of a light switch. Just turning our whole perspective around with our team. Man, everything changed. It was like, all right, so if we keep doing this, things are gonna get better than what it is now, y'all. Y'all think this is good? The crowd we got, how the community support, and bro, we go ahead and have a 10-0 season this year. Oh my God, we want to know how electric it will be. Oh my God, it'll be something different for me. It will. Like it, I've never experienced a full field. My pops played at Jeanerette. Back then, they used to be wrapped around the track. They used to be wrapped around the track. The stands used to be full. It used to be packed out there. Like, I want to experience that just one game. Just give me one game. I promise.
Is that what y'all are talking about? Y'all are saying 10-0. We can realistically go win any game out on the
Yeah,
schedule this year.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We'll have trials and tribulations, no doubt. I mean, they got some good teams in 1A, but I mean, we're one of the ones up there, and we know we could win.
You mentioned dad playing at Jeanerette. Mom was obviously a basketball standout there. Traynell Clavel that went on to play at LSU, and so your pride there is generations deep. It's not just a place you grew up; it's a place where
Oh yeah.
your whole family has come from. What are the stories that you heard from whether it be mom, dad, uncles, aunts, whoever, about some of the things that they accomplished through their years, and what does that mean to just be the next generation doing something in your family and excelling in a big way?
So we gonna start off with dad right now. That was a baller, bro. He showed me some tape. Like, man, that what I tell you, that dude was mean, man. Bro, I think that's that mean streak I get when I get mean, bro. Like he was different. He'll knock your hat off for nothing. Like, just I'm talking about, man, crazy. Mom was hooper. Very interesting about mom. She really didn't want to play basketball, but she was good at it. She played it for my grandfather. So my grandfather, Papa Moses, he wanted mom to play basketball. So I mean, he was sick. He was sick. I think he had cancer or something. I don't exactly remember. I'm gonna have to ask mama. But mama played basketball because of him. And look what it turned out to. I'm like, man, that's crazy that you didn't really want to play, but you were that good. You were that good. And my papa died while she was in college, and you know how that go. When you're playing for somebody, when they gone, you lose all motivation for it. And me, I played football because I wanted to play football. But my grandmother, bro, that that one really would spark my fire. Like, I'm gonna do this for her, for real. I want to do it for me too, but more importantly, I'm not gonna let her down because that she always knew me for sports. She always told her you know, what you did, how many home runs you hit, She always thought I played quarterback, but I was always a tight end, linebacker. But like I miss my mom. Um, she really my fuel to my fire for real.
All that said, I mean, the fact that you're now not only doing big things at the high school level, but the college stuff has unfolded for you. You committed to Tulane in March. When you think of the significance and trying to do big things for your grandmother and for multiple generations of your family, how much has it meant to see the colleges come in and to have an opportunity to commit to a home state school earlier this year? Just what's the significance of that to you when you think of everything with your family? What was the energy and excitement around your family to know that that was an opportunity you had?
This is real special, and it's kind of normal in my family, but this is real special to know. Out of out of my generation of me and my cousins, and out of our little bunch, we got somebody going that direction. It's fun because I could take my family members on some trips with me, knowing they like sports. I play sports, and they could see it right there with me. Mom and dad, they don't mind, and it's really a special experience because they always talking about Saturdays, right? They talking about Saturdays right now.
How much did playing closer to home factor in for you when you committed to Tulane? You had 7 or 8 offers already at that point, and so a couple of the others were around the state. You had, I know, Incarnate Word was the first one to jump on board a year earlier, out in San Antonio, Troy out in Alabama, and you've had several others out of state come into the mix since March. A lot of your family played college ball in whichever sport in state. You had some of that generation before you that went out of state, but obviously we talked about mom was right there at LSU. You had a cousin play at Southeastern. The opportunity to be close to home, be close to family. How much did that weigh into some of your decision of, yeah, I'd like to be here?
I mean, you could, I mean, yeah, but that's not really a factor. The real factor was if Tulane did what they did and I was out of state, I would still be committed to Tulane. It would Tulane, I mean, the staff over there is just phenomenal. They the relationships they build with kids before they start to, you know, start asking for the commitment, they want to build a solid relationship with you before they even start conversating about anything. And that's what I like. They're real genuine. Cause me and Coach Spicer just actually got off the phone yesterday. Like we talk almost every day. We text every day for sure, but we talk almost every day. And that's what I like about them. They're genuine. Coach Fritz called me from time to time. Coach Slade, he called me from time to time. We text. And it's special. It's special something they're building over there. And how I feel about them is different from everywhere else. Like even though they're in the AAC right now, they're Power Five, and that's no doubt. They beat USC in the Cotton Bowl. Not just beat. Oh, they were in the lead. Now they came back. They persevered through all that. Pac-12 top of the Pac-12. That's how I know they could play P5.
Do you think people realize that the expectations are where they are for the coming seasons? I think there's a lot of folks, certainly outside of Louisiana, that saw that game and thought, "Oh, that's kind of a cool story. This Tulane team surprised a lot of people." But the energy around that coaching staff and around the guys that are back, and it sounds like around a lot of you guys as a recruiting class, is that's the new normal. Y'all expect to be doing that year in and year out now moving forward. Do you feel like
Right.
people realize that?
Yeah. Yeah. I I think it's in people's mind. Well, some people I've heard people say, this was a one hit wonder for the like the advantage they took with this recruiting class. Oh man, I don't see him. I don't see him going downhill at all in the near future. I don't. I see them going up. If if anything, they might stick that number 9 spot or further up in the leaderboards for years to come.
Do you enjoy that dynamic? Because it's similar in some ways to what we talk about for you guys right now at Jeanerette of building and turning things around. Do you enjoy that building process, that underdog proving people wrong,
Yes.
the climb of it? Tell me a little bit about that mentality.
Yes. So it's a special feeling you get when somebody if whenever you got haters, you doing something right. And that's the thing. The haters make me go harder. The haters make me laugh. It's a laughing aspect. And when you got people doubting you, it's just something about it. It's so satisfying when whenever you pull off that win. You can laugh in their face. You can sit back, kick your feet up, and it's just it's different. It's different when you're not. Oh, they gonna win. We know they're gonna win. They're gonna lose, and then you come out winning. You could do whatever you want with it.
Some of those offers that came in since the Tulane commitment, you had 4 SECs that came in April and May, in the midst of a long list of offers. To stick with Tulane despite another 10, 12 offers, including some Power Fives that wanted to see you, how steady were you with knowing, I mean, the green wave is where I want to be, and how much does that say? How much, I mean, just how much does that show of what you're capable of doing, but also your trust in those Tulane coaches and their trust in you through this process?
So, all right. Regarding the SEC schools and me coming to Tulane, um, it's just like I said, the relationship built, the relationship that was built with me and Tulane and the Tulane staff is totally different. I mean, I I love genuine people, and it's not no blow to nobody else. It's just Tulane steady contact. Shout out to all the coaches that recruited me and offered me scholarships. I appreciate y'all for real. And my recruitment is still open, but Tulane is where home is, and that's just it. It's known, and as of right now, it can't be changed.
You mentioned the relationship with that coaching staff. How much, when I talk about the really strong in-state class that y'all have on board for 2024 right now, how much are y'all guys already in communication and talking about some of this?
So I'm actually in contact with the 2024 quarterback that they have committed. You know, Coach Lee sent me his contact. You know, start getting in contact with him because this is who's gonna be throwing me the rock when I get there. Um, you know, it's special to know the relationship you can build with guys all over the state, let alone with the coaching staff. And the coaching staff actually helps out with you building those relationships with those guys. That's one thing about Tulane, man. They big on relationships, and it's nothing less than you know having somebody you got a bond with for the next 3-4 years of your career.
When you get down there and you're playing uptown New Orleans on a Saturday in the falls to come, what should those Green Wave fans expect to see from Traville Frederick Jr. on a Saturday or whatever day y'all end up playing when you put that uniform on?
Domination. That's one word. Domination. That's it.
What are areas of your game that right now you look at and say this is my strong suit. This is where I feel at my best, my most comfortable, confident, something that sets me apart from everybody else on this field that enables me to be a guy that can dominate on a Friday or Saturday or beyond.
So all right. Some parts of my play style that I don't. I mean, I'm comfortable with how I play, but I'm not satisfied at all. I got really great. I got really great hands. I can run routes really well. I can block really well. I love blocking. That's my favorite part of it, putting somebody in the third. But the is you know never be satisfied. I always got a lot to work on, and I'm not gonna stop working on it.
What are areas that you maybe are continuing to prioritize when you're talking about the work and realizing you're striving for the next level and to get this much better? Are there certain focal points for you this off season or this year
Yeah.
overall that you're trying to take that next step in?
So I've been doing a lot of speed training, a lot of speed training, a lot of flexibility, stretching. I stretch a lot. That's one thing about it. Um, you know, getting stronger over the summer. That was a goal, and we achieved it. And now I just got to maintain all this going through the season. And it's back to work, back to the drawing board.
Anything else you want folks to know about you, maybe beyond football they can't see just by throwing on a huddle or showing up on a Friday night, something they need to know about Traville Frederick Jr., young man at Jeanerette High and eventually Tulane?
So some things about me, I'm a real genuine person. Um, I like to go outside and do things. I like fishing, hunting, all them good things. I don't like to party much. I'm, I mean, I'm on the field. I may look mean, but come back. I'm a real soft giant for real. But sometimes that mean streak just gotta come out. It gotta come out. You gotta flip the switch on and off game time, and then at home, so a different story.
There you go. I think folks should expect to see that that switch flipped quite a bit this fall, and moving forward beyond that at the next level. Traville, appreciate you, man, chopping it up a little bit, taking
Yes,
some time
sir.
to talk it
Thank
all
you.
out. You got it. Again, he's Traville Frederick Jr., Jeanerette High, and a member of this 2024 Tulane recruiting class. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser.